Hello, Living Hope. My name is Chris. I am the Family Life Pastor here at Living Hope. As you spend this week thinking about the cross of Christ, may the price that He paid for our redemption be a reality in your heart. I hope that this video will bless you and your family. My emphasis tonight is on the concept of adoption. Let me read the text for today. It comes from the book of John, chapter 1, verse 12. But to all who received Him, who believed in His name, He gave the right to become children of God. Let me read that one more time. But to all who did receive Him, who believed in His name, He gave the right to become children of God. You know, identity, questions like who am I, is a question that many people wrestle with as they grow up. You know, thinking back, it was a difficult question for me to answer, basically until Christ answered it on the cross. I became a Christian the summer before I entered college, but let me back up a little bit and talk about a little bit of my senior year. At that time, I didn't really know who I was. I wasn't sure what I wanted to be. I wasn't sure what college I wanted to enter, and I just remember feeling really lost as a person. And at that time, my focus was on studies, getting good grades, and trying to beat everyone on in tennis. I was part of the tennis team. And it was at that time that my coach invited me to come to New York to watch the US Open. He usually invites one senior to come, and he invited me. But this particular year, I'm not sure why, but he actually wanted to invite another person, a junior. And he said yes, so we both went. And this person was Matthew. We became kind of close during the trip, and then we had a lot of fun. When we came back, he actually invited me to his church. And at that time, I wasn't really going to church. Actually, I was trying to really avoid it. I actually got a job. My family went, but I got a job over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so that I didn't have to go to church. Yeah, the money was there, but my main reason was that so that I don't have to go to church. But he invited me to his Friday night Bible study, and I went, and basically that kind of changed my whole entire life. It happens that his brother, his older brother, was the youth pastor there. He witnessed to me, my friend witnessed to me. And as I went there a couple more times, eventually I realized how my life was incomplete, and that I needed Christ, I needed forgiveness in my life, and they were very influential in me accepting God. In fact, even the next summer, after that, I had a crazy radical year, and that next summer, I received a call into the ministry, so I owe a lot to them. But more than that, my lifestyle changed, my thinking changed, but what really changed and what was really important is what happened in my heart. Not only the salvation part where I was forgiven, but also just the identity, the thing that I was struggling with. The fact that, we go back to that verse where it says that I have the right to become a child of God. God calls me that. I am His, He calls me His own. And that just secured my identity. It wasn't what I did, it wasn't what I wished for, but it was what God calls me, His child. And I think, I hope that this Passion Week, we kind of think about that also. Not only the forgiveness of sins, but also our identity in Him. In Matthew chapter 28, it says this. It says, my God, actually, let me go back. It says, and now from the 6th hour, this is from verse 45. From the 6th hour, there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? And these are one of the final words of Christ on that cross. And the interesting thing is, and the great thing is that this was the first time that when He addressed God, He didn't call Him Father. He called Him my God. And why? Why did He do that? Well, it says here in that verse that He forsook Him at that moment. But why did He do that? Well, it's because that's the price. For us to be children of God, for us to call God our Father, Jesus ceased to call Him Father at that time. He called Him my God, my God. And that really told me the price that was paid for my own identity. And I hope that you really think about that this week, that we have that secure identity in Him, and that will be something that's really real in your heart. So continue to pray, continue to think about the cross of Christ, and continue to think about our Father who gave his only begotten Son so that we may have life. Good evening, Living Hope.